Hey everybody, welcome back to Strength, Strategy, and Mindset. I'm Dr. Dwain Woode, that's Wood with an E. The E stands for Endocrinology. I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. We're creating the life we've always wanted. And this is day number 49. That's right. The last day in this week, week number 7. And this week's theme has been strength through reps. Strength through reps. The repetitions that we're doing, every single rep that we're doing has to count. We want to make sure that we're having the right form, the right number of reps, the right number of sets, right number of weights, and we are doing the activities, the exercises in the right way. That's what we've been working on this week. We adjusted our warm-up. If you remember, we added some weights to that to add a little bit more tension. Time under tension is our friend. And we did some tweaking in some of the other exercises that we did, the way we were holding, the angle that we were sitting, we were at, the number of counts on the way down and up, and making sure that we were doing what we needed to do to decrease the injury that possibly can happen, and also to make sure that we are establishing a routine that we can do for a long time, because we're looking for longevity. Let's go ahead and let's hop right into our warm-up. But once again, day number 49, the end of week number 7, and you've made it. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. But let's go ahead and let's jump into our routine. Remember, the warm-up is designed to get your blood flowing, designed to get the heart rate up as the blood flows, because we're going to be needing some additional oxygen as we move into the different routines. So that allows the body to send oxygen to those places that it needs to go, because we're going to be needing that here soon. The other thing is that it helps to get our joints loose. It helps our temperature in the body to go up, and so that helps to get the muscles a little relaxed, so they decreases the chances of injury as well. So let's go ahead and grab our weights. We are doing the low weights, and we're using this as part of our warm-up. And so if you have weights, these are 5 pounds. You can use 2.5 pounds. If you're just doing this without weights, that's fine. You can also put some cans in baggies, and that would be another way of adding some additional tension. So we're going to do our arm twists, 10 forward, 10 backwards. Let's go ahead and get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so as we're doing this, remember, we're activating that core, right? Pulling that belly button in just a little bit to get those muscles activated. Let's go ahead and move to our cross body leg swings. And I'm going to try to do this without the modified version, without holding on to the wall or to the bench. Let's see how it goes, okay? And we're going to do 10 in each leg with a 5 count forward and 5 count backwards. So let's go ahead and get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do it modified now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So go ahead and go to the next leg. And I'm going to start out trying this without the modification, without holding on as well. We'll see how that one goes, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. And here we go, modified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. All right. So you see that, and we'll talk about balance here in just a little bit as we get to the end of our circuit. But you saw that wobbliness there. Oh yeah. So balance, right? So you sometimes just have to put your foot down, get back in balance, and get to it. Let's go ahead and do our arm forward reaches. We're going to do 10 of these with a 5 count as we reach. And the goal here is to try to tighten up those pecs, tighten those muscles, those shoulders as much as we can to get that additional tension. Because remember, tension, time under tension is our friend. Controlled tension is what causes growth. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 10. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to put this one back, and I'm going to hold on to one of these because we're going to do our high knee marches. We're going to do 60 seconds, all right, 1 minute. We try to raise those knees as high as possible. Okay, and we're going to do a count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's go ahead and let's get started. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, get those legs up, get those knees up, get those knees up. Keeping the pace. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 30 seconds more. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. You can modify this by using 2 dumbbells. I'm using 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. 15 more seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we go. I like that. All right, let's get that down. And we're gonna grab our dumbbells, get to the bench. And we're going through the entire workout, right, without much conversation, because we want this. So this is the capstone episode for this week, right? So you should be able to take this workout and play it and get through about 30 minutes or so of actual workout, okay? All right, so let's go. And I'm gonna do 3 sets of 8. And we're going up and squeeze, and 1, 2. Up, squeeze, 1, 2. Up, squeeze, 1, 2. Up, squeeze, 1, 2. That's 4. Up, squeeze, 1, 2. Up, squeeze, 1, 2. That's 6. Up, squeeze, 1, 2. Up, squeeze, 1, 2, and that's 8. All right? Yeah, so you should be able to just take this workout for this week and run through it and get your 30 minutes in. If you need additional time, you can actually play the circuit twice. Or during the circuit, you can actually add additional reps or additional sets. All right, let's get to that second set. And we're going up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, that's 4, up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, that's 6, up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, that's 8. All right. And just short break between each of the sets. And we're doing just minor tweaking this week. Our major adjustment was during the warm-up, remember that, where we added the weights. All right, let's get to that last set. And up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, that's 4, up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, that's 6, up, squeeze, 1, 2, up, squeeze, 1, 2, and that's our 8. All right, so 3 sets of 8. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to get to our seated knee extensions. Not much tweaking for this one, but so we're doing 10, alternating the legs with a 5 count when we do the extension. Let's go ahead and get started in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. All right. Let's go ahead and get into our curl and presses. So go ahead and grab those weights. And for all of the pressing, right, for the dumbbell press that we did, or there in the press just now, or actually even when I was doing the arm, not the arm, but the forward reaches, right here on the shoulder, I was feeling a little click, and so I had to adjust the angle that I'm using, right? So once again, we don't want to cause damage. We want to have the tension, time on the tension, but we don't want to cause harm. Okay, so you should feel some tension. You should feel some burning. That's okay, but we should not feel pain, and you should not be hearing a whole lot of clicking. Ready? And here we go. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10, and we're gonna go up, twist, press, down, twist, lower. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, lower. That's 2. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 3. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 5. up, twist, press, and down, twist, 6, up, twist, press, and down, twist, 7, and up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8. Oh yeah. And you should be finding as you're moving through each of the activities, through each of the exercises, that your ability to get through them is actually improved as we are getting stronger, as we are understanding more about how our body's working for these particular activities, right? So when we first started, remember, we had difficulty doing the squats, maybe even doing some of the heavier weights, maybe getting through 3 of the sets. But now you're better able to do that because your body has gotten stronger and you've gotten used to the routine. And that was the point of continuing to build the base routine so that these are things now that you understand how to do. Okay? All right, let's get to that second set. And up, twist, press, down, twist, 1. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 2. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 3. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 5. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 6. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 7. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8. Ooh, yeah, those last couple, 7 and 8 net reps. Yeah, I was feeling those, right? 7 and 8 right in here, which is where you should be feeling it. Oh, right. But I like that. So I'm still feeling the burning, but as I told you before, I enjoy that feeling, right? So not something that I have done a lot of in the past, but now, I'm getting used to that, right? So this is my thing. This is what I like to do. And so even those times when I'm thinking, when my mind is saying, "Oh, let's not do that today," here I am, right? Because I'm pushing through, just like you're doing, one decision at a time. All right, let's get to that last set. And we go up, twist, press, and down, twist, 1. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 2. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 3. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 5. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 6. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 7. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8. Ooh, yeah. All right. So I can feel my heart beating a little faster, a little bit more winded. Okay, feel that burn, feel that tension as we were going through. And because we're not spending a lot of time in between the reps, right, that time under tension, you're getting more of that. Okay, so that's one way of also increasing tension, just moving relatively quickly into one set, from one set to another as we move through the different exercises. So let's go ahead and let's do our squats. And I'm going to, as is usual, start with the kettlebell. I think I actually do all kettlebells today. But as you saw, we could do kettlebell, we can do isometric, we can do with the dumbbells, right, the press and squats. And each one has its benefits. So the kettlebell is really just kind of concentrating on our movements. The isometric, of course, if you don't have something that you can use, right, you're basically using your hands to press in. And then, of course, when you do have the dumbbells, your body has to get used to doing the squats, activating the core, using our lower extremity to transfer that energy up into the upper extremity. And you've got to concentrate also on getting the muscles in the upper body activated as you move using the dumbbell. So lots of different things going on in that one. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with, we'll just do the kettlebell. And we're going to do 3 sets of 8. 3 sets of 8. And so we are standing with our legs a bit wider than shoulder width apart. Okay. And we're going to act like we're sitting and then going down. And that's 1. And that's 2. And that's 3. And that's 4. And that's 5. 6. 7. And 8. Okay? And as you're doing that, you're pushing up with the heel. Pushing up with the heel. And you want to try to get your thighs parallel with the ground as you are when you go down. Okay? So try to keep the back as straight as possible. Legs parallel or thighs parallel with the ground when you're down, and then pushing up with the heel. That's the form. All right, let's get into that second set. Ready? And here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so tweaking as you need to, right? Whatever adjustments you need to make in the form, or even in the number of reps, number of sets, the weights that we're using. Make sure that you are doing what is working best for you. So we're going through the routine, and I want you to keep up with me. I want you to keep up with the same reps, with the same pace, and so forth. But if you need to step back just a little bit, right? Because we want to, sometimes we've got to go backwards to go forwards. So we want to make sure that we have, we're familiar with the exercises, familiar with the form, familiar with the rhythm of it, right? Making sure that we're adjusting angles and holds as we need to, make sure that we're not doing anything that is detrimental, and also that we are doing and creating this routine that actually is going to be long term, right? We're not looking for short term. We're not looking for short term benefits, although, but let me say it a little differently. We are looking for short term benefits, but we're not just looking for things right now short term. We're looking for something that we're going to do for a long, long time. All right, let's get to that last set. Once again, feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to bend, so act like we're sitting and then bend the knee, and then we're coming back up, we're pushing with the heels. Ready? Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab our dumbbells. We're going to move right into our hammer curls. I'll say right into maybe just a couple of seconds more to get those. So I feel that in the calf muscles, feel that in the quads, Hamstrings a little bit, but not so much, but the glutes definitely. And of course, we've got that core activated, so all those muscles are engaged as well. All right, let's get into the dumbbell presses. We're going to do 3 sets of 8, as we've been doing for everything else. And ready? And all the way to the opposite shoulder, and then slow on the way down. All the way to the opposite shoulder, slow on the way down. That's 1. Opposite shoulder, and down, up, and down. That's 2. Up, and down, up, and down. That's 3. Up, and down, up, and down. That's 4. Up, and down, and up, and down. That's 5. Up, and down, up, and down. That's 6. Up, and down, and up, and down. That's 7. Up, and down, and up, and down. That's 8. All right. So strength, strategy, and mindset. Strength, strategy, and mindset. Let's go backwards, right? Mindset, strategy, strength. Mindset, strategy, strength. And so the mindset that we're working with is the idea that we are not in a fixed position, right? So we talk about fixed mindset, growth mindset. That's why I wanted to start with this first. So a growth mindset said that I can do things to change my circumstance. I can learn, I can change, I can evolve, I can grow. A fixed mindset says that no, you can't. Whatever you have is what you got. So that the health issues that we have, that's all we can do. We can't do anything else, according to the fixed mindset. But the growth mindset said, no. There are things I can do, like we are doing right now, that can effect changes in my health and in my life. My locus of control is not out there, it's actually in me, right? Let's go to the second set. Up and down, up and down. That's 1. Up and down, up and down. That's 2. Up and down, up and down. That's 3. Up and down, up and down. That's 4. Up and down, up and down. That's 5. Up and down, up and down. That's 6. Up and down, up and down. That's 7. Up and down, and up and down. That's 8. Right? So in order for us to truly have long-lasting change, we have to, first of all, engage, right, the growth mindset. That my behavior, that my decisions, that my consistency is there to help me drive, or I can use those. Those are evidence. Those are tools for the fact that I can make changes. Okay? And when we did the Bridge to Mastery, self-efficacy says that I have evidence-based conclusions that I'm coming with. And I have proven that. And you've done that here by showing up 49 days, right? 49 times, 49 pieces of evidence that you have that your decisions, your consistency, and your choices can make a difference in what you do in terms of your health and the benefits that you get. As a matter of fact, look in the mirror. If you've been working with us, if you've been walking with us, look in the mirror and you'll see some changes. Look at your blood sugars, look at your weight. You'll see some changes there as well. All right, let's go ahead and let's get to this last set. And up and down and up and down, up and down and up and down. That's 3, 2, up and down, up and down. That's 3, up and down and up and down. That's 4, up and down, up and down. That's 5, up and down, up and down. That's 6, up and down and up and down. That's 7, up and down and up and down. That's 8. And so each day that you've been here, right, is another piece of evidence that you've given in this idea of mindset and the idea of the growth mindset, that you can make change. And so the major mindset is simply that you can make changes. You have unlimited potential, unlimited ability to affect the things that happen to you in your health and in the rest of your life, right? So that's the mindset. The strategy is that we are basing all of that on what we're learning in this space. Now, we are working on our bodies. We are working on strength. We are working on toning. We are working to get better balance. We are working, and these are physical things, okay? And that's what I love about being in this space. There are actually physical things that I am doing, but I can then begin extrapolating that into the rest of my life. So this idea of the foundation, right? Form, focus, foundation. That's a beautiful, beautiful concept that I've got to start with the foundation. I can't just jump into, right? I've got to build, I've got to improve the foundation of whatever I'm doing, whether that's the family, whether that's my relationship, whether that's work, my education, whatever it is, here in this space, I've got to build the foundation. And I've got to be focused. I've got to have a singular mind that this is something that I want to do, that I'm making a decision, self-efficacy, locus of control, is in here. I am making a decision, right? So I'm focused. And, right, I'm doing the right form. I'm doing the right movement. I'm holding the dumbbells properly. And in our lives, right, those are concepts that transcend everything else. Form, focus, foundation. If we're going to be successful, then we've got to make sure that we're doing that, right? So that's the strategy. And of course, the strength has to do with what we're doing, right? In the physical, right? We're lifting weights. We're doing squats. We're doing cross-body leg swings. We're doing knee extensions. Right? So all of those are strengths. We're building, we're targeting specific muscles. And in our lives, sometimes it takes action. And the strength comes from action. The strength comes from us laying down fundamental or foundational things, the rhythm, alignment, structure, right? That is the strength, right? That we've been out here. The rhythm is that we decided what we want to do, how we want to be, what the person is that we want to be. We want to be healthy. We want to have toning. We want to have strength. That's the rhythm. The alignment are the things you're doing, the behaviors that you're engaged in, are they consistent with what you say you want? So I say I want to be toned. I want to have my muscles more defined. And so I'm here, right? The behavior that I'm doing is taking me in that direction. And then structure. Do I have the form? Do I have the not equipment, but do I have the structure in my life? Right? So if I had to go every time to go find some weights or go every time to go to a gym, for me, it wouldn't happen. But what did I do? Right here at the house. So there's no having to get dressed and go somewhere. I open the door, I come out, I'm done. When I'm doing one of the episodes, I come out, I get the equipment out, everything is right here. When I'm doing a routine with my son, I say, hey, let's go work. He said, okay, come on. He puts on his tennis shoes, put on my tennis shoes. We're out, we're done. We're doing it right then. If there had to be additional work to do that, less likely that it would work. So do we have the structure as part of our health or part of our routine that's going to help us not rely on motivation? Because motivation is fleeting, y'all. It'll come and it'll go, right? When you finish watching this video, it's like, man, I'm going to do that. Let's do it. And then a couple of days maybe, right? You're like, man, it's cold outside. Oh, I'm tired today. Oh, I've got to do this other thing today. Right? Motivation will go, but do you have the structure that pushes you, that says, okay, no, come, let's do it? Do you have, for instance, structure would be accountability partner, right? Somebody who comes to get you, right? So when they're sitting outside in the driveway, making the phone call saying, hey, I'm outside, or ringing the bell saying, hey, I'm here, then guess what? That structure is pushing you to do what you may not want to have wanted to do because motivation has gone away, right? So rhythm, alignment, and structure. Let's go ahead. We're going to do our lateral raises, and we're going to get through these 3 sets of 8. I'm not going to do a whole lot of counting in this part, so we're just going to do it, probably let you know when we're at 7 or 8. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, okay? So up and slow, up and slow, up and slow, and up and slow, and up and slow, and up and slow, and up and slow. That was 7, and up and slow, and that's 8. All right. So we did a little bit more discussion there as we got into this part, because I wanted to make sure that I made those points to you as we are at the end of week number 7. I want you to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and for you to be able to look at what you're doing and say, okay, I understand the rhythm, the alignment, structure, the form, the focus, the foundation. I get that, right? And the strength, strategy, and mindset. Yeah, I know, I like 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's get to our second set. All right, here we go. And up, and down, 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 and up, and down. That was 7, and up, and down. That's number 8. All right. Whew. And feel that breath. Feel that heart rate's going. Breathing a little bit more. Woo. Yeah. All right. Just a few minutes more, and then we'll get to this last one as we move through. So once again, you should be able to now take this routine, hit play, and kind of go through this routine. If you need to do additional time, and you want to do additional time, go ahead and play it another time. Play it 3 times if you need to, right? Depending on how long you want to spend in your activities, in your exercise. All right, so last set. And ready? And here we go. Up and down, and 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 up and down. Ooh, 2 more, come on. Up and down, and 1 more. Up and down. Oh, yeah. Ooh, those last 2, I had to get myself. Right, convince myself to come on, let's do it. We got 2 more. All right, let's go ahead and grab these dumbbells. We're gonna work on our balance. And you heard me say each episode, I do the balance ones last because it reminds me of so much here, as we've been talking, just a few minutes ago, about the form, the focus, the foundation, the rhythm, the alignment, the structure, strength, strategy, and mindset. And as we talk about the domains of health, all of the domains of health, to make sure that I am balanced, that I'm paying attention to all the things I need to, which will set me up for success. Because if I'm off balance, and you saw me when we were doing the crossbody leg swings, right? So I had to tap my foot once, tap my foot a couple of times as I moved from one side to the other. And then I had to adjust, right? So I started out with no modification, just doing it, right, by myself. And then I went to the wall, I went to the bench, right? So as I'm walking through this space, there are times when I've got to adjust, I've got to pivot to get back in balance. Just like in your life, there are times when things are going well and sometimes when things are off balance. And so the question for you is, how do you get back into balance? In this case, I tapped my foot, I adjusted the angle a little bit for some of the exercises, but what do we do in our lives? What is it that we can do to get back into balance? So we're always looking for that. And just because you're off balance does not mean that you can't do or you shouldn't do or you should give up. No, that's not what that means. That means, okay, this is a challenge for me. How do I continue, or what do I have to change or pivot to get to my goal, given that such and such is happening, so given that I'm off balance here or off balance in this other space. The other thing is that balance does not mean equal. Balance does not mean equal. So sometimes we're like, oh, I have to give the same amount of time to this thing over here as I'm giving to this. No, that's not what it means. It means I'm spending the energy and the time, I'm giving the focus, I'm giving the attention that each of the areas need. Time may be different. Resources may be different. They may be unequal, but that's not what balance does not mean equal. That's an interesting one, right? And so this exercise that we do kind of reminds me of all of that. Balance. Let's go ahead and we're going to do a 10 on each leg with a 5 count as we do the raise. So let's go ahead. We're going to shift to one side and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift to the other side. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. Alrighty. Right, you saw there a couple of times that I was off balance. Had to tap my toe for a minute. One of them I kind of rushed through the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I was going down on that one side. So all those are things that we do as we're working on balance. And so just like we warmed up, right, to get the heart going, increase the temperature in our body, get the blood flowing, get the joints a little bit more loose, and getting through the activity, getting through the exercises, tweaking to get the right angle, the right form, the right holds. We also want to wind down at the end of exercise, right, at the end of our circuit, because that allows us to relax, allows calm, the heart rate starts coming down. So as we are starting the warm-up, the heart was going to move faster, right? The blood was flowing faster. And the reason for that is as we went through the exercises, our muscles needed additional oxygen, needed additional nutrients. So getting that going at the beginning and warming the body up allows the muscles to be a little bit more elastic, right? Otherwise, they would still be stiff and we start pulling and pressing and jugging and we can cause damage. As we've been going through the routine, right, the body is building up acid, right? So lactic acid, as we're going through the activities, also metabolites, right? So breakdown products, right? Muscles are being torn, and so some of that has to be taken away. And part of what we do when we increase the blood flow is the blood is able to bring oxygen and take away waste products. Some of those weight products is what we're going to be doing right now, right? So we are going to be breathing out carbon dioxide, right? That's been built up in the form of acids, and we can breathe some of that out. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But the other thing is kind of a grounding activity. That is planting our feet on the ground and just being still. This week on our show, we've talked about rest and restoration. So during rest is when the body builds, when the body rebuilds. So the things that we're doing in terms of lifting and toning and strength training, that's all great, but it's during the rest times when the body gets to repair. And if we're not rested, if we haven't calmed down, if we've not taken it slow, if we've not had a chance, right, to decrease our cortisol, right, that stress hormone, then we are inhibiting some of the very things that we say that we want during the activities, during the strength training, during the strength strategy and mindset. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that the tension that's in your body, the toxins that are there, that have come from what we've been doing. There's some tension in your life. And right now your feet are planted on the ground. Sometimes people want to take their shoes off if they're outside in the grass and the sand, right, to feel that grounding. That there is something below me that is supporting me. Something that's below me that allows me to transfer energy into my upper body, for example, when I do squats. This entire massive earth, I'm grounded. And I can imagine the tension, the worry, the stress, the anxiety, the burning, right, coming from the top of my head and just flowing down through my jaws, through my neck, into my shoulders, and then from the shoulders into the upper chest and the lower chest, the upper abdomen, lower abdomen. It's going into my hips now, into my glutes, into my quads, into my hamstrings, into my knees, down into my gastrocs, which are the calf muscles, down into the ankles, into my feet, and then into the soles of my feet, and it's going down. I'm pushing it out of my body, and it's being pushed down into the ground. Yeah. And then we're going to do some breath work, so some deep breathing, right? Taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. Taking in oxygen, releasing carbon dioxide as we are warming, as we're cooling down, and we're continuing the process of cleansing. We're giving the body space to be able to do that. So go ahead, we're going to do 5 of these, in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We got 2 more of these. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And this time we're going to take it in and then we're going to hold it for a 5 count. In through the nose, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathing out through the mouth. Oh yeah. This is the space, and you can use this activity, this grounding activity, this breath work. You can use it not just here for the exercises. You can do it in your regular life. You're at the job and you're having a challenging conversation. You're in a meeting. Go to the bathroom. Just take a moment. Notice we did that here in just a few minutes. You're having a challenging conversation at home. Excuse yourself. Say, hey, give me just a minute. Let me get centered. Go outside if you have to. Take your shoes off. Walk. Feel the earth below you. But this is one of those activities you can do. When we do the COPE model, clarify, observe, pause, and execute, right? So I've been using the strength training coming out here. This has been my execute. But you can also use the breath work. You can also use the grounding exercise that we just did in all aspects of your life. Yeah. Play some music. Get some mantras around you. And as you're doing this, you can read those out loud. You can look at them on the wall. You can tape them and have them played for you in your own voice. Yeah. And just like that, hey, another day is down. Let me grab my hat. You know how I do. How we do. We got our Limitless Living hat. And you've shown up for another day. You've shown up for another week. You've shown up despite fatigue. You've shown up despite the fact that your brain was saying, oh, we don't want to do this anymore. Despite the burning, despite the adjustments that you've had to make in your physical execution of the exercises. You've shown up despite the fact that your schedule had to be changed. You've shown up despite the fact that you had to make adjustments in your schedule with the family. You've shown up another day, 49 times, 49 days, 49 pieces of data, 49 pieces of evidence, 49 pieces of history that's in the hands of your inner coach. And the inner coach gets to say, look at what you did. Look at who you've become. Because sometimes we doubt. And the inner critic is quick to tell us what we can't do, what we shouldn't be able to do because of our history. You never do that. You never complete. You never finish. But look at you now, 49 days, and you've completed. If you've been following us in our previous series, the 100-Day Walk to Consistency, one of the things we talked about in the series and in the mini-series, The Bridge to Mastery, is to begin creating a I can journal. I can do strength training for 1 day. I can do strength training for 2 days. I can do strength training for 3 days. I can do strength training for 4 days. And I can do strength training up to 49 days right now. I can do a circuit with three counts of 8. I can increase the weight. I can increase the tension. I can work out. I am someone who works out now. I can journal. Because that's what Limitless Living says. That I am not allowing anything to prevent me from doing what I need to do. I'm showing up with my best self, my best health, and the best plans for my life. I'm breaking free from the constraints. I'm breaking through the barriers. I'm beating down the obstacles. I'm not letting my memory, any trauma, any depression, any anxiety, I'm not letting your opinion of me. I'm not letting a schedule. I'm not letting the weather prevent me from doing what I need to do. Yeah. I'm glad that you're here. So excited for what you are doing in your body and in your life. This is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Woode with an E. The E stands for Endocrinology. I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. We're creating the life we've always wanted. I'll see you tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow on day number 50 for strength, strategy, and mindset.